As you know, I picked up the Mercedes AMG GT R. The owner had it in North Carolina. Since it was on the East Coast, I decided to ship it over to RENNtech, probably one of the best known builders slash tuners for the Mercedes brand, AMG brand. They've been great to work with. Before I even took possession of it, got a whole bunch of mods done so I could make it a true RENNtech car. Today, what we're gonna do is just go through the cost of what it cost me to do the RENNtech package, so to speak. RENNtech does offer several packages. This is just, I would say, their basic package because they have a stage 2 tune, stage 3. They could easily go 800 plus horsepower for this car. I have my cheat sheet here, so we'll go through pricing and also labor, so you guys have a good idea of what it'll cost to get a RENNtech branded car. Starting with my cheat sheet here, we did the ECU tune, which is standard tune from them, for $3,280. Note though, we did also the blow-off valves, and when you do the blow-off valves, they also have to calibrate something there as well with the tune. So if you get the ECU without the blow-off valves, you may have to get another tune once you add the blow-off valves. So the blow-off valves are definitely worth the money. The blow-off valves, I think, were $360 plus install. Car is stock 575 range, and that's conservative. A lot of guys on the dyno are seeing around 600 horsepower crank. Right now the car is at about 659 crank horsepower. We are gonna do, which I thought when I bought the car, the dealer said that it had downpipes. It does not have downpipes. So instead of doing primary cat delete, we're doing secondary. This car has 4 cats, 2 obviously on the downpipes, and then you have the O2 sensor, and then once they're down underneath the car, they have 2 more big ones, like that big. That long. They're pretty good size. So we're gonna eliminate those. That should make the car sound a lot more healthy, and it won't put on any codes and things like that doing that. Also, what we did is what they call an EVM, which is an exhaust valve module. That ran $780. When you start up the car, it'll always start using the muffler system. With the titanium exhaust, it has 2 extra outlets. Free flows through the muffler, but also goes out these 2 extra exhaust ports out the back. That's only when you're in like sport mode or over a certain period of RPM. When you're in comfort mode and everything, or starting the car, you don't have that ability to bypass the stock muffler system. So this module simply has a button on it, looks like a keyless fob. It's simple to turn it on or off to keep those ports, I guess what you'd say, open all the time, if you wish. We did the side skirts. They look pretty small in the pictures, but they're actually pretty big. They're $5,160. They're not a cheap investment, but they definitely make the car look a lot better. We did the rear diffuser, $1,980. Definitely gives it a lot more of a better look for the car and blends in with the side skirts. Fender extractors was probably one of the bigger costs. That was $3,280 for just the carbon extractors. And then we had to buy the housings that actually makes it functional in the wheel well. And all that does is extract the air out of there. And if you watch, we're doing a video on that with one of the reps from RENNtech for it. Definitely worthwhile, looks super cool. Even the video we have on it will show them cutting it in, and it's a lot of work, but well worth it. For around the perimeter of the car, we did the front canards. The front canards run $1,480. They use a particular product instead of what they ship. They recommend something else, and so everything was installed with a better product that they recommend that just holds better than like a 2-sided tape, for example. This car is going to get used. We will use it on a lot of cool fast lane drives. We're definitely going over 150 miles an hour, and we want these to be functional. That was the most important thing for me. We don't want just parts on the car that aren't functional and work. And that's what's great with RENNtech. These are proven through wind tunnels, things like that, and actually add value and work for the car. The rear wing is pretty cool. It's $2,780. It just gives a little bit more downforce, and that evens out for the front canards. If you're really serious about the car, you have to have the front canards and the rear wing put together for it to function properly and even the downforce of the car front and back. We do have the ceramic brakes. We did have RENNtech do their steel braid brake line kit. Also did the multiple performance brake fluid, which is huge. You know, anytime you're going to do a track day or anything like that, you're going to want to run the right fluids so it's not oiling and then you're losing your brakes. And this is a no-brainer. That was $260 just for the lines plus install plus the fluid. We did the BMC filters that you can get through Mercedes as well. Those were $290. So total on the parts, just how we did it without doing any cat deletes, you're at $20,600 just for parts. Labor really wasn't too bad. We have about $3,500 in labor, and just to run off some of the things and what it costs to do it. So the blow-off valves were $215 to install those and then recalibrate. The brake lines and the multiple fluid and everything and full flush was $430. The fender housing installation, that was $1,075, which if you watch the video how much work and cut it into the carbon fiber stock fenders and things like that, well worth it. There's no way I would dare try it. They've done a ton of them, so extremely worth me trusting the company that does them all the time. Side skirts, $860. To install the canards, rear spoiler, rear diffuser with their special glue is $930. All worth it to me. All I gotta say, they've been a pleasure to work with. Send me pictures, always emailing me for updates, calling me on my cell. I have the parts manager's phone number, and so it's been a pleasure. They even helped me in getting it enclosed trailer shipped to Arizona where I live. I can't say enough for RENNtech guys. They gave me a goodie bag as well. This shirt, gotta rep the brand. Pretty badass. They gave me a t-shirt, couple hats, carbon, license plate holder, just a whole bunch of cool stuff from them. So greatly appreciate it, RENNtech. You crushed it. I love the car. It definitely turns heads. I never am a guy that wants to have something stock, and this was just the right way to go in my eyes. Hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. We have a lot more videos coming up on the car. We'll talk to you soon.